Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now 8 are getting connected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rajesh, welcome. Dipsika, Divyasa. Maushimi Paigrai. Welcome to the session.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You are from which part? Which district? Maushimi.
Baripada.
Baripada, Moirubhanj. Very good.
Agya. Agya.
Proper Baripada.
Agya.
Na Boishenga ki Khunta ki.
Na, Baripada. Baripada.
Baripada. Are you working as a teacher? No, Rosin joined. No, fresher.
No.
Student.
Agya.
Okay, very good. Jayanti, welcome. Should we start the session? Now it is 5:17. Or should we wait for 2 minutes more? Jyotishri Barik. Welcome. Sasmita. So, good evening to you all. Let me start the session. This is one of the papers. Good evening. Good evening. The paper is entitled as Organizational Behavior. That is your MES-43. What is the full form of MES? Anyone? MES-41, MES-42, MES-43, MES-44. Master Studies and Master of Education. Master of Education Studies. BS, Bachelor of Education Studies. Now, this paper is known as Organizational Behavior. Before knowing what organizational behavior is, because organization and behavior, two words are there. So let us understand what does organization mean. For example, Madhusmita, some of you are working in a school. School is considered as an organization. Family is an organization. Those not working, family is an organization. Bank is an organization. Post office is an organization. So, what is that organization? What do we mean by organization? Organization is a group of people who work together in an organized way for a shared purpose, for a common purpose. So, for example, simply collection of people does not make one organization. So when those people, they are interacting, they are doing the work cooperatively for the common purpose. For example, school is an organization, there is no doubt. There are many teachers, there are non-teaching staff, maybe clerk, maybe peons, there are students, headmaster, head. If there is no collaboration between the students and teachers, among the teachers, between the teachers and headmasters, between the teacher and clerk, between the student and clerk, then the very purpose of schooling will be lost. What is the purpose of schooling? To develop the personality, for example, to develop the personality of the student, to improve the efficacy of the proficiency of the student, communication efficiency, to develop the familiar situations among the learners, to promote creativity among the learners, to create something new. What is creativity? To create something new in an original way, or to improve the achievement, to improve the achievement level. For example, you are securing 60%. Now the teachers will work for you and you will secure 70%, 80%. So therefore the performance level of the students will be enhanced. So this is not your purpose, not my purpose. It is our purpose. Means what whoever may be in the school, 5 teachers, 7 teachers, 2 teachers, 4 teachers, headmaster, you are even clerk, even peon, even the students, you are all working for the common purpose. Let our school be an ideal school. Let the people around, because the school has been established by the community, the members, the villagers, the guardians, the parents, the mothers, like that, fathers. So therefore, the common purpose of school is to become an ideal school where the students will come and learn something. So therefore, we can say school provides a platform to enable the learners to improve upon, to do something better. So therefore, one of the educationists, his name is Victor Hugo. Victor Hugo. He says about school. What is school? A school is an organization which enable the learner to become good personalities, good persons. For example, he says, he who opens a school closes a prison. For example, you are opening a school in your village. Means in your village, the people will be very, very good. So there will be no opening of prison. So prison is meant for dacoit. Prison is meant for miscreants. Prison is meant for culprits. When the schools are opened, the people are refined. The people are not doing crime. When there is no crime, what is the necessity of prison? So prison is automatically stopped. Now, that school, every school has a vision, has a mission. Vision and mission. For example, every school visualizes that let my school be an ideal school. Let the people appreciate that this school is a school which must be appreciated. This is the vision. Now, what is the mission? If the people around the school, they will appreciate the activities of the teacher. They will appreciate the correlation between the school teacher and the students, community members. They will appreciate that the teachers are very sincerely working. So now there are many more. All the school is clean. The environment of the school is very enthusiastic. So all these reasons can make your school an ideal school. That is why we are working together. So that is a good administration. That is a good organization. So therefore, organization does not mean only a collection of people. People may be collected, people are there, but there is no relationship. Math, for example, in some schools, I find, this is my experience, the science teacher says, oh, these art teacher, and they are not so intelligent. And in those days, in my time, when the teachers were engaged in tuition group teacher, oh, that teacher is not a good teacher, come to me, I am teaching well. So that teacher said, no, don't go to that teacher. That means there is groupism. So therefore, if the teachers are divided, then the kind of visualization, the kind of mission the school had, that will be missing. So therefore, if you want that the organization will work effectively, then we must collaborate. Organization is not a question of number. Number means there are 100 people, there are 200 people. All right, in the school there are 50 teachers, but nobody is teaching. Nobody is going to class. Nobody is taking the students seriously. Nobody is examining papers very meticulously. So then that number is meaningless. If the number is 2 or 3, the number of teachers is 3 or 4. but they are dedicated, they are devoted, they are committed, they have very caring attitude, they are loving the students. So number is few, but the kind of vibration, the kind of academic enthusiasm, the kind of teacher sincerity, that makes, oh, that school a good school. Though the number of teachers is less, but that is a very functional school. That is not a dead school. So therefore, besi lokore musa marini. So then like that. Anyhow, so therefore, this is the organization. Now, if you analyze, these are elements of organization. One is a group of people. People are required. Human beings are required. Then another is your structure. So there are three elements in the organization. One is a group of people. Another is structure. What is structure? Structure is a system that outlines how certain activities are directed in order to achieve the goal of an organization. For example, this is a hierarchy. Already I have told you about school. Let us take the case of banking. Bank is a kind of organization. So what is the structure? A system. A manager is there. We call it branch manager, assistant manager, clerk, or your desk operator, or peon, something like that. This is the cashier. So everybody has well defined. Everybody who is working for the organization has a well defined, a clear cut job, has a clear cut activity. Yes, I am the cashier, I will do this. I am the computer operator, I will do this. I am the peon, I will do like this. I am the manager, I will see the overall activities. I will make the people work. Not that I will be sitting in the chair and I am the manager. No. I am the headmaster and I will not go to any, for example, the students complain that before the headmaster or the headmistress, sir, madam, that teacher is not teaching, he is talking nonsense. Is it not the duty of the head or headmaster of the school to see, to find whether the students are right or wrong? If the students are right and this teacher is not teaching well, then the purpose of school will be lost. So therefore, we must rectify. Therefore, how the things are going on. If these things are not going on, it is the leader, it is the head who will give direction, who will advise. No, this is the wrong way. If we do that like this. So therefore, structure is essential. A system is essential. That system will hierarchy. That system will make us together so that we can work together. What for we will work? There is a common goal of the organization. Every organization, maybe banking, maybe schooling, maybe school, maybe bank, maybe any industrial organization. Every organization has a common goal. Therefore, we must work for the common goal. For example, I am a teacher, you are a teacher, she is a teacher. I may not be so intelligent like you. And you are intelligent, you cannot say, Mr. My friend, you are not intelligent, I will not talk to you. I will not ask you. I will not take your suggestion. No. We must work together. Why? Our common goal is the school goal of the school is there. Goal of the organization is there. We will forget our own personal goal. For example, my personal goal is to get salary. My personal goal is to come to school as I like. No. This is not the common goal. We have decided. This is the consensus. This is the agreement. Yes, every teacher will come in time. The headmaster will tell. Every teacher will come in time. Our school starts right at 10 a.m. So before 10, we should come. So that the students will respect us. The students will be sincere like that. So therefore, group of people, structure, and common goal. These are the three elements of an organization. Another word is behavior. What is behavior? The way of doing things. Can anybody of you tell me who is the father of behaviorism? Behaviorism is a school of psychology. Functionalism, behaviorism, gestalism, structuralism. Behaviorism. What is behavior? Who is the father of behaviorism? Watson. Watson says about behavior. What is behavior from psychological point of view? Behavior is an action which can be observed and seen in a very objective way, in a very systematic way. For example, you are a student in the class. I am a teacher. By observing your behavior, not once, many times, today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, day after tomorrow, during summer vacation, during winter vacation, during puja vacation, Monday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every day in the week, I find that you are sincere. So I declare that student is very sincere. Second teacher, he observes you. He said, yes, every day he comes in time, he does his work properly, home assignment is completed in time, something like so sincere. Every teacher says that student is sincere. So therefore, the behavior of the student is sincerity. So this is objective because everybody says. So any action which can be observed very precisely, very systematically, very precisely, without any bias. So now, in the case of our organization, let us come to our organization. Definitely, people are working. Machine is there, man is there, machine is there, material is there. These are most three important elements: man, machine, material. But important part of this organization is man, human. Machine remains machine. Material remains material. Unless and until combined and given a shape. That shape is given by your human being, man. So therefore, there are many people, they are working in many capacity. If the human being who is the perennial, Sasmita, any problem?
Again, sir, please repeat Watson's definition of behaviorism.
No, not behavior.
Again, sorry, sir. Behavior.
Behaviorism is the school of thought that give more emphasis on behavior. You can write according to Watson, Watson. He is the father of behaviorism. Watson.
Yes, sir.
Behavior is any action. Behavior is any action which can be seen and observed, in a precise manner, in a systematic manner, in a precise manner.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
For example, you have observed the student. You say he is a or she is a sincere student. When I observe, I don't find sincere. I said, no, he's not sincere. No, precise. Once this teacher says he's sincere, I will say, oh, he's sincere. Third teacher can say, oh, he's sincere. Because from your activity, we observe the activity. So there is a difference between observation and see and observe. See means outwardly, you look at. But observe means you are making use of 5 sense organs. When you see means you are making use of only 1 sense organ. We have actually, how many sense organs we have?
5.
5. No, actually 10. Actually 10, but it is 5. Gyanendra. For example, you are using eye. You could look at. You can see. So when you are using see means you are using eye. This is limited. But when you are observing means you are opening your ear. You are smelling. You are using nose. You are touching. We call it textual. Touch, smell, hear, see, and speak, mouth, taste, tongue, using taste. Oh, it's khata, it's mitha. This is the work of. So this is what we call observe. This is your observation. So therefore, any action, action can be observed. Action can be felt. For example, does it mean that the peasant, the farmer, he is using cultivation, he is plowing, he is in action. But sometimes I am sitting, for example, I am sitting, my hands are not working, I am not talking, I am not doing nothing from the outside. Does it mean that I am not in action? Yes, I am in action, but silent. I am thinking. Thinking is an action. So therefore, behavior, when you are thinking, it is a kind of behavior. When you are giving water to the plants, ତମେ ଗଛରେ ପାଣି ଦଉଛ, ମୁଁ ବସିକି ପାଣି ଦଉନି, ହାତ ହଲଉନି, ମୁଁ ଚିନ୍ତା କରୁଛି silently ବସିକି. That is also action. So therefore, that is also a part of behavior. So behavior can be overt behavior, can be covert behavior. Overt, outside. ତମେ ନାଚୁଛ, ଗୀତ ଗାଉଛ, ହସୁଛ, କାନ୍ଦୁଛ, ଦୌଡୁଛ, ଖେଳୁଛ, ପାଣି ଦଉଛ, ଘଣ୍ଟା ବଜଉଛ, ଶାଢୀ ଚଉଦଉଛ, ଡ୍ରେସ ଆଇରନ୍ ଦଉଛ. These are overt behavior, outside. But covert behavior, covert means covered, inside. So behavior is also inside. You are thinking, which cannot be seen. Only from the expression we can know. Sometimes we say, either is anything wrong. Now how could you know? Now you are not doing anything. You are sitting silent. You are not talking. You are not interacting. You are not making chit chat. You remain silent. Is there any problem? Can I help you? Then your colleague or no, I am all right. I don't want to talk. These kind of people, we call them. There are two kinds of people. One is introvert, another is extrovert. They are very introvert. Scientists, philosophers, they are introvert. They don't talk much. They have a measure. Whatever is, so whatever is required, they say. But there are some people, political leaders, social workers, teachers, extrovert, talk non-stop. Anyhow, that is not our business. For example, in the school, which is an organization, bank, which is considered an organization, people are working. If the members working in the group, in the organization, they are not, their attitude is not proper, they are not coordinating with each other, then the goal of the organization will be affected. Seriously, not simply affected. The goal of the organization will be seriously affected because of the vicious circle which have been created by the group of people. You don't like me, I don't like her, she doesn't like him. Then how can the school function? How can the bank function? For example, sometimes, this is my experience, when you go to the bank, you want to withdraw money, the cashier is sitting, making a phone call with somebody, you are waiting for half an hour, and you say, Madam, sir, I am waiting for the half an hour, and I want to take money, and I withdraw my money. This is my money, I have to withdraw within 5 minutes, but I am waiting for the last half an hour. My money is required, I have to deposit money for my son's fees or something like that. What's my use? Whereas some other people are the cashier. Madam, how can I help you? You take within 2 minutes. Now you can compare. Oh, this is the effective member of the organization. These type of people are required. If these people are these type of people are there, then that will add good name to the organization. Then people say, oh, this is good organization. Sometimes we say, this is good school, this is not good school. Their teachers are there, you are getting salary, they are getting salary. What makes the difference? This is good school, this is not good school. Because of the functionality, the way of behavior. For example, you are a teacher. When the parents come, sir, what is your problem? With a smiling face, how can I help you? Is there any problem from my side, from our school side? So please tell, please sit here. Make the fan on, if the fan is there, if there is electricity. So like that. Then a sense of vibration, a sense of living, we call it lively environment. That parent, when he returns, say, oh, what a teacher. Almost all the teachers are very friendly, very cordial. They have respected me like this. They have asked, they have inquired. Therefore, your school is good school. My school is not good school. When the parents go to school, no, somebody has come, let him do it. No, it is not like that. It is our duty. Not only teaching. You are not a teacher to teach only. You have to interact. You have to clarify. Anyhow, So therefore, the people who are working in the organization, their behavior, their attitude, their sense of undertaking responsibility, taking ownership. For example, when I was the principal in many colleges, B.Ed colleges like Bhavani Patna, like Fulbani, like Koraput, I after the classes are over, I used to see whether the fans running, they are stopped, whether the whether the bulbs are stopped, not off, whether the rooms are closed, whether the students have gone or either somebody has left. Why? I'm the principal. It is not. No, it is our ownership. It is our ownership. Yes, this is my institution. This is my house. So that is more important. So therefore, behavior is in an organization is more important. This is more important element that will make the organization more vibrant, more lively. So therefore, organizational behavior is an important consideration to make the organization lively, functional, effective. So then what is that organizational behavior? This is our paper. MES-43, organizational behavior. Let me tell. I hope by this time you know the word organization, you know the word behavior. Now put together, that becomes organizational behavior. Is it clear? Organization and behavior?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because organization gets life through your behavior. For example, family. Father is there, mother is there, sister is there, grandfather is there, grandmother is there, but there is no relationship. Neither the grandfather talks with the grandmother or father, or the father doesn't talk with the something like that. What kind of family? Similarly, the situation in the school. So therefore, behavior is the behavior is more primary element in the organization. So now, with this background, we call it genesis. With this backdrop, let me tell you what is organizational climate. Sorry, organizational behavior. Organizational behavior is the start. It is in your SIM. Don't tell this is a book. No, this is not book. This is SIM. SIM, self-instructional material. That means this is the material which you can manage to understand. You will read. No teacher is required. You can understand what is written. The material is written in that way. All right. Organizational behavior is the study of the behavior and attitudes of people in the organization. That means when the people, because people are working there, we must understand their attitude, their aptitude, their capability, their ability, their sense of understanding, their seriousness, their ownership, and also behavior. Therefore, organizational behavior gives focus on the human behavior and attitude which contribute to the effectiveness of an organization. An organization is not a question of cement or bricks. गोटे अनुष्ठान प्रतिष्ठान माने नुह खाली इटा सीमेंट मार्बल it is not like that. Rather, the life is derived. The life of an organization is derived from the sense of responsibility. I still remember when I was a student of the primary school. Now we call it elementary, primary school. My school was thatched house, chala ghar, mati kantha, tole basuthul chatti pakeki. My teachers were, most of the teachers, 99%, using dhoti, chapal, something like that. Some teachers, they do not have chapal. But the kind of respect which we have today, even today, the kind of, my father was also a teacher, a primary school teacher, he is no more there. So the kind of respect we are showing, that kind of respect we do not get from the college. Why? Because that in those days, even today there are few. In those days, most of the teachers, they were the parent figure. They teach, but they have more human touch. More human touch means what? For example, a student as a teacher, you find that the student is not mixing with others. This is the leisure time, or this is the हमको टिफिन खाइबा अध घंटे से टिफिन आन नहीं बसी गछ बस एकुटिया बसची अन्य माने खाउछंती. Is it not your duty as a teacher to find the reason for which he is sitting alone or she is sitting alone? ए पचारो कि बापा कि रे मां काई बसचो कोन हसुला ना बसची ना ना कोन हसुला हला तुम टिफिन आनो कि काई समते खाउछंती ना आनी काई आनो आज मो मां को देह भल नाही बा हमर पैसा नथिला. Now if you are a teacher, this is my feeling, human touch. और ठीक अछि मु आंजी ब्रेड आंजी बटर आंजी बिस्कुट आंजी कोन टिफिन आंजी तू खाई दे. Sharing is the best way of living. यदि जतले तुम बांटीबो ना खाद्य हो दुख हो यदि बांटीबो, that gives a sense of satisfaction. And what is more than that? मु थरे खाउथली गोटे पिलाटा आसिला मुगरे कोन ना सर खाइली तुम खाइबा किछ खाइबा अच्छा आपण ना ना अधा खाइबा किंतु that gives a sense of satisfaction. That pete puri jibo. That is therefore that teacher is remembered always. And when such type of teachers are working in the school, if such kind of people, humans are working in any organization, then that will add to the effectiveness of that organization. That will be a good organization. Is it okay? So therefore, organizational behavior brings effectiveness to the organization. Effectiveness means it will work properly. People will appreciate. People will run. Sometimes you have heard from the newspaper. In my time, even in your time, in these days, when there is a question of police station, police station जान लो बापा लस्टे टीजी भी नहीं. एबे केतरा police station ओडिशा रे इंडिया पाई जंदी. आस्का से पोलोसरा से माने आइडियल police station कोन फुलो छ लगाई छी माने police station चोर फोर मारपिट हुए. पुलिस बसा है आपण गले जे गले से पुलिस स्टेशन जे अछंती आईआईसी इंचार्ज से को ताके पानी ग्लास पियंतु कोन हसी कहउछन आज्ञा कोन सुधाला कोन नाही तमे आसी घर फेरी कर ओ ये कोन पुलिस स्टेशन एटा तो मते लागला कोन स्कूल ठु और भलो कि भलो व्यवहार. सो पुलिस इज नॉट टू पनिश यू बिकॉज़ दैट इज मिसइंटरप्रेटेड. पुलिस डजंट मीन दंडा बार नहीं पिटिया. लेट पीपल अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट फॉर ही इज. मनुष्य जन्म चोर होई न थाए. मनुष्य जन्म दुष्ट होई न थाए. रूसो सेड man is born good. Man, he is a naturalist. Man is born good, but he becomes bad because he meddles to the society. मु कोन जन्म रु मिछ सिखतली मु देखिली सब लोक मिछ को मु सिखली. So this is the influence of environment. So that environment of the organization is more important. That environment is created by the people, the behavior of the people. How can you create the environment? Through the behavior, through the attitude. For example, sometimes, there may be poor students, there may be rich students, there may be black students, there may be white students, there may be boys, there may be girls, there may be physical handicap. We know that he is physical handicap. हम छोटा छोटा देखो इट बी लिटली ताको छोटो कर दिए ए मत छोटा छोटा तुम स्कूल जीबी नहीं ताको डाकी बेसी अफेक्शन करे अरे अपा जाइले कोन हला कहीं देखो. Most of the students, they have those who have some problems either physically or mentally. They feel frustrated. ए मु किछ करि पारि मो गोड़ नाही मो मुंडो नाही मो मां नाही मो साबता मां मत हरण करती हम करती मो बापा नाही ता बापा আছে. Now here is the role of a teacher, great role. Doesn't matter I am your mother, I am your father. Any problem which you want to share with your parents, tell me. Then that student not feel suffocated. Then he will feel my school is not a place to learn, a place just like home, where I can share, where I can live, where I can freely play. So therefore, that behavior is more important. All these organizational behavior, the MES-43, that has been elaborately talked about through 4 blocks. Through 4 blocks. There are 4 blocks in MES-43, that is organizational behavior. So what are the 4 blocks? Block number 1. Block 1. The title of block number 1 is organizational behavior and overview. This is the title. What is organizational behavior? How can we act? Something like that. talk about human behavior is more important, and because of the human behavior, the organization gets name and fame, and the same human beings, the same human behavior differs from time to time. Today you are very cool, tomorrow you are very angry. For example, in this context, I am reminded of the pragmatists. They said, you cannot step twice to the same river. They बुझो नहीं. You cannot step twice to the same river. For example, in Baleshwar there is Suvarna Rekha. For example, today you have gone. Madhusmita belongs to Ballepar. So you had Monday you had gone to the river. You have put your leg into the river. Tuesday you have gone. Wednesday you have gone. Thursday you have gone. But that river is same. Suvarna Rekha. But you are not same. The river is not same. For example, ଗତକାଲି ସୁବର୍ଣ୍ଣ ରେଖାରେ ଗୋଟେ ଶବ ଭାସୁଥିଲା, ଆଜିର ସୁବର୍ଣ୍ଣ ରେଖାରେ ଖାଲି ମାଟିଆ ପାଣି ବର୍ଷା ହେଲା। ଆଜି ଆସନା କାଲି କଣ ନା ବନ୍ୟା ହେଇକି କୂଳ ଖାଇଗଲା, ଖରା ଦିନ କଣ ପାଣି ଶୁଖି ଯାଇଛି ମୁଁ ବସିଛି। So the name is same, ସୁବର୍ଣ୍ଣ ରେଖା, but all the days ସୁବର୍ଣ୍ଣ ରେଖା is not same. Similarly, you are Madhusmita or Rashmi Rekha or Mausumi. Yesterday you have gone, today you have gone. Yesterday you are very romantic. You are sitting nearby the bank of river. You are composing a poem. This is about Monday. सोमवार दिन घटना, मंगलवार दिन तुम बापा मरीगले, तुम मंगल जाए शुणुच खबर पाइले बापा मरीगले कांदिल। बुधवार दिन, that means the temperament differs. The temperament of Monday of yours, Rashmi Rekha or Smriti Rekha of Monday is not same on Tuesday, Wednesday. आज खाली खुशी हो तो पिला समितो, काली स्वामी श्री आगे लागी तो स्कूल आके पिला गाल दो। So therefore, you cannot step twice to the same river. But as a teacher, as a worker, as a human being, our behavior is expected of. What behavior? Appropriate behavior. We call it desirable behavior. For example, you are a teacher. Your organization is school. All right. I have seen. If you have some bad habit like smoking, like chewing pan, beetle, pan khaiba amko pilanga khaun jodi achi baharu chal jao, either urinal or somewhere you can tome class e path padutho pan chepa bari padutho chepa padutho pila kare ide kisare se kahi na pare, he may be fearing you, but the kind of imprint do chapa शिक्षक हिसाब छाड़ल ना पिला गला पर कि शिखौला खाली गणित पढ़ुला हिस्ट्री पढ़ुला व्यक्तित्व नथिला नहीं। यस मत मु तो खाएनी तुम पान खाए कि जा खाओ कि घरे खाओ तुम जा let the student get a sense that yes, he is a teacher like man, he has a teacher like personality. That means he can sense बासना बासिबो ए लोकटा शिक्षक वाला लागुची, ए मैडम शिक्षक वाला लागुची, मां वाला लागुची, सम्मान दबाकु चाहूची, that like that. Anyhow, therefore, in spite of our own deficiencies, problems, when the moment we are working in the organization, we will forget. मु जानि छि मो पुक जर हेछि मनिष हमर परिवेश अछि, मो स्वामी को देह भल नाही, मो स्त्री देह भल नाही, मो बापा के देह भल नाही, मेडिकल जाइछथि, मानसिक अशांति अछि। All right, it is a part of life. This is a part of the story of the human life. But the moment you make an entry into the school or organization where you are working, forget about that. No. The moment I have made an entry into the school, this is my working place. Let me behave what is expected of me. बर्तमान मु स्त्री नुह, मु मां नुह, मु बापा नुह, बा मु जजापा नुह, मु बर्तमान शिक्षक बकने you have to play a variety of role. जो कोन का a man is a multifaceted hero. घरु गले बापा हेइ पारे, मां हेइ पारे, भाई हेइ पारे, पुओ हेइ पारे, स्वामी हेइ पारे, कोन स्त्री हेइ पारे, हेइ पारे। एठी किंतु तुम you are a teacher. You should forget all the nomenclature. Only you are a teacher to teach to love your student, to do your duty, to do whatever activities is required for the welfare of the student, for the good of the school, for the good of the organization. Anyhow, this is all about the your block 1. Then block 2, I am giving a brief idea of the paper, organizational behavior. So block 1 is organizational behavior and overview. This is the title. Block 2, leadership behavior in educational management. When you are managing your education, so you must be leader. For example, may be your DO, may be BO, may be headmaster, may be teacher. As a teacher, you are academic leader. That means who is a leader? A person who can lead, who can inspire, who can ignite. Ignite means pulling up, inspire, encourage. For example, sometimes the students accept you best teacher. The students say, oh, that teacher is best teacher. And with that conception in their mind, they will ask you many questions. Oh, mo sir koi debe. Bhari gyani loko. Ami kon sobu janchoti. Ami bhul katha. Manisha sobu janne. Kero Bhagwan chhada. Bhagwan janchon sobu. We are not like that. But the student feels like that. You are a God figure. You are a God figure for the student. And in that capacity, he asks or she asks questions. Sometimes we know the question, and we know the answer, we may not know the answer. If you know, we can tell. If we do not know, we will be very submissive. ତମେ କଣ ଭାବୁଛ ମୁଁ ସବୁ ଜାଣି ମଣିଷ ମାତ୍ରେ ଏଇ ଭୁଲ ଭଲ କଥା ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ପଚାରିଲ ମୁଁ ଠିକ ଅଛି ମତେ ଜାଣି ନାହିଁ ଏବେ ଏଟା ଠିକ ନ ହେଇପାରେ ମୁଁ ଆଲୋଚନା କରିକି ମୋ ସହକର୍ମୀ ମୋର ଜ୍ଞାନୀ ଲୋକଙ୍କ ସହିତ ମୁଁ ତମକୁ କାଲି ପହରଦିନ ତମକୁ ସେ ଉତ୍ତରଟି ଦେବି ବଟ୍ ଡୋଣ୍ଟ ମେକ୍ ଏ ବ୍ଲଫ୍ କାଳେ ପିଲା ଜାଣିଯିବ ଏ ମାଷ୍ଟର ଏଇ ସାର୍ ଜାଣିନାହାନ୍ତି ଜାଣନ୍ତୁ କଣ ହେଲା ମୁଁ ଜାଣି ନାହିଁ ସବୁ କଣ ଜାଣିବା ନିହାତି ଦରକାର ସବୁ ଜାଣିଲେ ମୁଁ ତ ଭଗବାନ ହେଇଯିବି ନା ଠିକ so like that be submissive. So it is not a question of oh, my prestige it is not like that. Many things are coming with everything we do not know. Anyhow, so therefore we have to the head of the school, headmaster, headmistress, they will lead. Sometimes, for example, some teacher might have some personal problem. She might be or he might be he might not be mixing with others. As a headmaster or at the head, you can ask, madam, sir, is there any problem? Can you please share କିଛି ନ ଭାବିଲେ ମତେ କୁହନ୍ତୁ କଣ ମୁଁ ସାହାଯ୍ୟ କରିପାରିବି ଆସନ୍ତୁ ବସନ୍ତୁ ପାଣି ଗ୍ଲାସ ପିଅନ୍ତୁ କଣ ଅସୁବିଧା ହେଇଛି what is the problem? This is what you are a leader, not headmaster. Leader is not a fault finding man. Leader is not a fault finding man. Hey, ଆପଣ କଣ ଲେଟ୍ ଆଇଲେ ଆପଣ ଦରମା କାଟିଦେବି no, it is not like you can tell madam sir ମୁଁ ଦେଖୁଛି ଆପଣ ଗତ ମାସ 15 କାଲି ଲେଟ୍ ଟିକେ ଆସନ୍ତୁ ପିଲାଙ୍କ ଉପରେ ଖରାପ ଆଗେ ହ୍ୟୁମାନ ଟଚ୍ ପିଲା ଖରାପ ହବେ ଆପଣ ଭଲ ଲାଗିବ କି ମତେ ଭଲ କହିବାକୁ ଭଲ ଲାଗୁଛି କି ଟିକେ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରନ୍ତୁ ଆସନ୍ତୁ ଯଦି ନ ସୁବିଧା ତାପରେ ଆପଣ ଆକ୍ସନ ନିଅନ୍ତୁ ଆଗ but this is not a teacher is late and you cannot scold anything like else. This is not the first resort, this is second resort. First resort is to convince 3C, convince, confuse, corrupt. So like that. So therefore, you must try to make him convinced or her convinced. This is the what leader. You are leading. You are taking the people ahead so that our organization can work properly. So this is all about block 2, leadership behavior. And what type of leadership? We call it transformation. Nowadays, we are in my time democratic leadership. Nowadays, we are giving importance to transformational leadership. If the management of education will take proper shape, then transformational leader means the leader who can change the people, who can change the situation with the behavior, attitude. And this is all about block 2. Block 3, decision making in educational management. As a teacher, those who are working as teacher, even those who are not working, in your life, you have to take many decisions. For example, in the school, who will get the scholarship? You have to decide as a head or as a teacher. Who will go to participate in the debate competition to be organized by the block at the block level? Who will go for science exhibition? Who will go for example, you are going to hold your annual function. Now you will invite people. Now the student will be given charge. Who is the student with which teacher? They will go and distribute the invitation cards. Who will be in charge of prize distribution? Who will be in charge of reception? So now you are the head. At the head, you are taking decision. Decision making is not a process of your own. Decision making is not one man show. ଏକ ଛତ୍ରବାଦୀ କଥା ନୁହଁ ହେଡମାଷ୍ଟର କହେ ମୁଁ ଯାହା କହିଲି who are you? If you say ଯଦି ହେଡମାଷ୍ଟର କହେ ମୁଁ ଯାହା କହିବି ତାହା କରିବି ଟିଚର କହେ କଣ କରୁଛୁ କରନ୍ତୁ ଯାହା ଯୋଉ ସ୍କୁଲ ବଦନାମ ହଉ କେହି ଭାଗ ନେବେନି nobody will share nobody will participate rather the headmaster will invite mind the colleagues କଣ କରିବା କୁହନ୍ତୁ ଭଲ ହବ ମୁଁ ଭାବୁଛି ଏହା କରିବି ଆପଣ କଣ କୁହନ୍ତୁ so now consensus now the question is when to take decision when the alternative choices are there. For example, those if somebody is not married, you have to take decision. Many proposals will come. Whether to marry this, you cannot marry all. You have to marry one. So whether this or that, you have to make a decision. So decision making is an important element in the educational management. If the decision is not properly undertaken, then the organization will not function effectively. It will have good name or bad name. That depends upon how well the decision is made. So this is about block 3. Block 4. The title of the block 4 is Communication in Education Management. Already I have told you that organization consists of a group of people. Organization is a question of collection of people who share, who interact. For what? For the common purpose, for the common goal of education, common goal of organization. So communication is important. What is communication? To exchange, to dialogue, to share, to reflect. So communication does not mean, oh, I was told to tell, I have told. No. For example, मत टिके ध्यान दी शुण धर धरी नियो तुम झियो भौणी बाहर हबो कि भाई बाहर हबो तुम सांगु जाई कहबो मो भौणी बाहर हबो तू आसीबु गिळीबु से आसीबु खा भूंज गिळ so this is the politeness of this is how you are communicating your thought. Why do you communicate? You communicate your ideas, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotion, your temperament. But how? What words are used? What language is used? आसिबो गिल्दे चल जेमो ना आज्ञा मो झियो बागर हबो मो भौणी बागर आपण आसिले मो घर पाद पड़ले मो तारी खुशी लागिवो आ नव दंपति को आशीर्वाद देबे आज्ञा आसी मो गरीब घरे. This is like a communicator. You are a good communicator. And if this kind of words are used, communication means words, language. If the language is enriching, if the language is vibrating, if the language is appreciable, then it can communicate effectively what you want to communicate. Because in the context of organization, communication is essential. Use of language is essential. Exchange of ideas is essential. For example, the headmaster will every week or every end of the month can have a meeting, convene a meeting, then exchange, communicate. So, madam, have you done that? Sir, you have been assigned that work. Have you done this? You are communicating. If not, please do this within 2 days. So that exchange of ideas is more important. This is all about, in nutshell, the 4 blocks of MES-43, that is your organization. Is it okay? In nutshell. Then we can go for detailed analysis. It is briefing. Now we call it in psychology advanced organizer. Have you any idea of advanced organizer? Also well. That means before talking about detail, give brief so that the student can be oriented. They can have some clarity. Okay. Now let us come to the block 1. What is the, can anyone of you tell me what is the title of block 1? There are 4 blocks. Block 1 is organizational behavior and overview. Let us have a view. What is organizational behavior? This organizational behavior, because every organization has the people, collection of people. People are working. They are in motion. They are in action. Therefore, their behavior is more important. Their attitude is more important. So, this organizational behavior, block 1, organizational behavior and overview, has 4 units. That means how the organization is working. If you want to have a view, then you must have an understanding of these 4. That has been talked about in 4 units. Unit 1, that is your organizational behavior and introduction. Have you with your minded learners, have you with you your self-instruction material?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. When we'll go in detail, we can you can see the
Sir,
pages.
आपका voice break होची.
Break होची.
Again.
अच्छा. एबे हेला ठीक होत ना नहीं?
Yes, sir.
Sir, टिके टिके जाउची.
ए बदे टावर प्रॉब्लम हो तो कोन बदे नेट प्रॉब्लम हो तो. हो ठीक अछि मुते धीरे धीरे कहूच.
ନାଇଁ
अच्छा.
ସାର୍ ଠିକ ଶୁଭୁଛି
सुबु तो?
ହଁ
ସାର୍ ଭଲସେ ଶୁଭା ଯାଉଛି।
मौसी मला कान ठीक नाही. मधु सिमतार कान ठीक अछि. तब सुबुची. हो ठीक अछि.
ମତେ ଶୁଣା ଯାଉଛି ମତେ ମୁଁ କହୁନି।
ହଁ କି ହଁ ରାଗି ଯାଉଛୁ ମୁଁ କହିଲି
ରାଗି ନାହିଁ।
ଆଚ୍ଛା ନାଇଁ there are block 1, the name of the block 1 is organizational behavior and overview. That block 1 has, every block has 4 units. This block 1 has 4 units. What are the 4 units? Unit number 1, that is organizational behavior and introduction. Unit 2, group dynamics. Unit 3, theories of motivation, implication for management. And last is 4th unit is self-management vis-a-vis, side by side, simultaneously, self-management vis-a-vis educational management. So this is all about the block 1 organizational behavior. Okay. So let us come to unit 1. The title of unit 1 is organizational behavior, concept means meaning, concept, nature and historical perspective. Page number 7. It is your organizational behavior overview, block number 1. Block number 1. Don't be confused. The name of the block is organizational behavior and overview. In that block there are 4 units. Now we are talking about first unit. The first unit is about what is organizational behavior, what is the nature, what is the historical behavior, like that. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Already I have talked much about organizational behavior. Now I will tell 1 or 2 definitions given in page 9. For example, in page 9, according to Baron and Greenberg, what is organizational behavior? Organizational behavior is the field that seeks knowledge of behavior in organizational settings by systematically studying individual, group, and organizational processes. These 3 are most important. One is individual, in the group, in the organization. You may be working individually. No, sir, I will do work. I will not mix with it. All right. Also, you can work in group, 5 or 6 teachers. You are working, and organization process. The process. What is the process? The process, mutual understanding. You are taking decision with others. You are not either you can do your own decision, or if you are not able to make decision, you can seek the decision with others. Organized process, mostly democratic process. You must ask some others. Don't neglect. Similarly, Kelly, organizational behavior is an academic discipline. Because mostly organizational behavior is concerned with the performance of the organization. Academic, at the school level, let my student do better. If it is not school, for example, bank is not a school. Bank is an organization. School is an organization. But what is the academic discipline of bank? Means the bankers, the clerk, the cashier, they must perform with appropriate knowledge. For example, earlier the people were working manually. Then computers were to be used. Therefore, those who do not have any exposure to computer, they were given training. So now academically they are well, so they can manage properly. So academic discipline is concerned with understanding and describing human behavior. So you must, at the head of the organization, you must understand. For example, you could find that man is not sincere. Why? You can ask him, ask her, what is your problem? Every day you are not coming in time. What makes you late? How can I help you? Is there any problem, for example? Nowadays, for example, most of the companies, big companies, those working mothers, those working ladies, if they have small kids, छोट पिला जा अछि ना, so company कोन करछ ना गोटे छोट रूम देइछि, सेठी बेबी मान रखा जिवो एवं लोक अछन ताको देखिबे केयर टेकर अछंती ताको तमे पैसा देबोनी जे कंपनी दउछि काइना तमन छुट्टी नै होछ मो छोट पिला अछि मु आसी परिम कंपनी कहला ठीक अछि आछन मोर काम दरकार मोर आउटपुट दरकार आपण पिला दायित्व मु नेबी आपण खाली नै आछन घर आनी कंपनी गोटे रूम अछि थिबो जहार पिला थिबे 5-7 पिला कि 2टा 4टा जा थिबे से रहिबे तमे खाली मजे देखि आस्तु एवं स्त्री लोक थिबे से पिला केयर ना पाई व्हाई कंपनी फील कला जे आमी से मैटरनिटी 6 मास 5 दे पारि वर्ष दे परिबन ना तो पिलाटा बड़ हा पाई 3 वर्ष 4 वर्ष हा पाई दरकार ना तेणु हमरा the organization wants your service, therefore opportunity is given आप पिला काण तो आमे ता कॉस्ट हम बुझिबु. So this is one of the ways. Similarly, मु भी जाने से मु गोटे कोन जाइथिली स्कूल को गोटे फंक्शन जाइथि स्पीकर हेकी मु भारी बहुत भल लागिला तमे भी जानथिबे ना माननी सेठी से करछनी कोन एटा ओसे इंग्लिश मीडियम जो टीचर बा जो नॉन टीचिंग पियोन हो क्लर्क हो तांको दिया है तो 15 दिन छुट्टी दिया है वर्ष को जो माने छुट्टी जते नै नथिबे धर मु 10 दिन नै छी मोरा 5 दिन नै नी प्रत्येक सीएल पे 1000 टका दिया हो से एनुअल फंक्शन ले डिक्लेयर हबो एई टीचर 15 दिन 8 दिन नै छी 7 दिन छुट्टी नै नी प्रत्येक छुट्टी पई 1000 टका खाली 7000 टका दिया गला सेई टीचर 10 दिन स्कूल आछि सीएल नै छी 5 दिन छुट्टी नै नी 5000 टका एई पियोन तार 15 दिन 5 दिन नै 10 दिन नै 10000 टका. So this is a kind of incentive. When this is introduced, then the workers are very motivated. Oh, if it is necessary, I will take. But देखियो नि कि हम कि जाउ जे मत छुट्टी अछि नै जीबी नै मत केते लोक नै ना मु जीबी काम को टंका पाइबु काय बेकार काय बसिबी like that policy. So you must understand the behavior. Also, after understanding, you must describe what makes you understand that he is not sincere. He is not well prepared. So, sometimes पिलानु complain कर सारे से भली प्रस्तुत से सारे प्रस्तुत ही आसनु आदि खाली एंतन ढाबा मारछन ब्लॉक कथा कहउछन. Now as the headmaster or as the administrative head, you can go and see whether it is correct or not, and you find that the teacher is not well prepared. Sometimes the teacher is well prepared, still you can say, sir, you are well prepared, but why not you give example? Why not you come down to the level of students? I want that you are a good teacher. I want you should be an effective teacher. Swami Vivekananda said, who is a good teacher, effective teacher? He said, Swami Vivekananda, a good teacher is he or she who comes down to the level of the students. सेही जने भला उत्तम शिक्षक जे पिला को स्तर को आसीबो पिला को स्तर को आसे माने पिला जो लेवल चाहउछन हम सेही लोग आसी बुझेबा तुम से बुझिबो ना आपण मु बहुत जाले कोन हबो पिला तो बुझुन ना. So there is a communication gap anyhow. So describing human behavior in an organized environment, it seeks to shed light on the whole complex of human factors in for whole, there are human beings. All human beings are not same. There is human difference. Even same human being is working differently in different days. आज ମୁଁ ଭଲ କାମ କରୁଛି, କାଲି ଭଲ କରିପାରୁନି। ତା ମାନେ ନୁହେଁ ଯେ ମୁଁ କାମ କରିବା ଇଚ୍ଛା ନାହିଁ, ମୋ ଦେହ ଖରାପ ଅଛି, ମୋ ଜ୍ୱର ହେଇଛି, ମୋ କାମ କରିବା ଇଚ୍ଛା ଅଛି। So my work efficiency is affected. So the headmaster said, oh, okay, madam, sir, I understand. You are very sincere. You are not feeling well. You have no CL. Better you take rest. You have taken one class. Please take. I am arranging, or I am going to a class. If that headmaster said like this, how do you feel? जो स्कूल प्रधान शिक्षक शिक्षयित्री जन शिक्षक शिक्षयित्री कहते अनुभव कर ना ये शिक्षक देह भल ये भारी भल शिक्षक आज कहीं कि मैडम देह भल ना ना ठीक भल बसंत बसंत ना ना बसंत आप देह भल लगुन क्लास ने मुझे दौर अरेंज कर जो ठग शिक्षक जो हेडमास्टर हाँ ये ठगटे कौन कर लाइक दैट सो इट विल अफेक्ट योर organization. Similarly, goalmen. People tend to very effective at managing relations when they can understand and control their own emotions and can empathize with the feelings of others. What is empathize? Taking yourself to others position and feel like him or her. तम दुख तम जान किंतु मु जदि तम स्थान को जाई तम दुख को तम दुख वाले भाबीबी एबे जाई भलो काम करि हो जदि तमको धरि नियो many times I practice when a student comes late I don't rebuke. This is my practice. You may understand, you may appreciate or you may not appreciate. I say my dear student, what makes you late every day? Most of the times you are coming late. Not before the class, only single individually in the office or under the tree. God ताकि पापा आई छोड़ कथा कि तमे काई सब दिन लेट आउछ जन थरे पिला पचाली ताकि मु क्लास पचे परथांती मु नाही जे काई अपमान तो अनुभव करिवो मु बापा काई तमे लेट आउछ बहुत कहला परे से बहुत कहला सर मोर बहुत व्यक्तिगत समस्या अछि मु मते दी तमे निज भाबुछ को मु दी कि समाधान करि परिबी से कहला सर मोर साबतमा मो मां नाही मोर साबतमा से मते बहुत टॉर्चर करछि खाया दोनी मु सर बहुत दूर 15 किलो आछु गरीब पिलाटे पैसा नाही अधे चालुछि अधे बस आछु अधे कमिट करछि then definitely मु this is empathy मु not sympathy empathy से मु भाबिली कोन जदी मु सेही पिलाटी हेई थांती मु जदी ता स्थान थांती मु भी सेही लेट आसुती मु से करंती देन मोर कोन एटीट्यूड हला नाही मु तमे कोन करा जाय परियो ना सर अवश्य मोर बीएड स्टूडेंट आगर पड़ा मुना तमे मो पाकर रो तमे घर जा दरकार नै मत गोटे सिंगल रूम मिलछि तमे गोटे खटर बस रहइबो मु खाउ तुम खाइबो मु तुम बोहि देबी सो ही स्टेड विथ मी now he is a teacher now anyhow so therefore this is empathetic you must understand the other problem the problem of other individual and you put yourself in his problem and consider what he has done is it to be done if you are there यदि ता समस्या या एवं से सेया करछि मु भी से ता से समस्या थिले सेया करते त मु काई रागिबी कोन दिन ना रोग को रोगी को घृणा करनी so don't feel something like that so therefore if the organization will function systematically seriously then we must take note of all this anyhow so this is the meaning of organizational behavior now what is the genesis what is the history so you can understand only I am telling like for example we can see that the ideas on organizational behavior have been around for a long time. They were just not organized into a unified discipline like that. After Second World War, we are more serious about all these how to manage the organization effectively. For example, during the time of this has come to my mind. I am reminded during the time of Second World War. One of the American teachers was asked by, German teachers was asked by a lieutenant colonel, Mr. Teacher, what are you doing when the people are engaged in doing war? They are putting their life at stake. And you are in the class, then the teacher is very shrewd, very buddhya. Then the teacher replied, I am in the class giving the culture not to make war. I am giving the culture not to make war. Therefore, I am in the class. ଆପଣ ଯୁଦ୍ଧ ପାଇଁ ଯୁଦ୍ଧ କ୍ଷେତ୍ର ଅଛନ୍ତି, ମୁଁ କେମିତି ଶ୍ରେଣୀ ପ୍ରକୋଷ୍ଠ ଅଛି କାହିଁକି ନା ଯୁଦ୍ଧ କର ନାହିଁ, କେମିତି ଯୁଦ୍ଧ ନ କରିବା ସେଇ କଥା ମୁଁ that culture ସେଇ ସଂସ୍କୃତି ମୁଁ ଶ୍ରେଣୀ ଦଉଛି. Therefore, I am in the class. So the teacher gives a culture, the upbringing of the culture. So therefore, in the classroom, therefore Aristotle spoke about the elements of communication. Similarly, Machiavelli give the foundation on the contemporary work on organized climate. This is how we have the history behind the organized behavior. There are different approaches to learning and organized behavior. Already in the first year, you must have known what learning is. Can anyone of you tell me what is learning? Learning is a kind of change, permanent change. That permanent change, transformation, is due to training or exposure or observation, experimentation like that. So therefore, say permanent change in behavior occurs due to person interaction with the environment. When you mix with, for example, before you have taken admission into the MA course, MA education through IGNOU, you didn't know what is organized climate, what is psychology, what is this, what is that. Now you interact with your teacher, you interact with your friends, you interact with other people, you could understand, oh, this is the meaning of this, like this. Anyhow, so therefore, now the question is, why should we understand learning? Learning is the change of permanent change of behavior. So learning has an impact on the organization. In the organization, people are working. Learning is change and modification. Preeti Singh, it is not exact. You have told Preeti Singh, you have told learning is Preeti. Could you listen to me?
Again, sir. Pranam.
So what is learning?
So learning is, we can say कि गोटे change और गोटे behavior को से wrong हो कि change in behavior माने permanently.
Sir, permanent change.
Sir, learning is the modification of behavior.
What modification? Permanent modification. So if it is temporal, for example, today you are doing like this, tomorrow you are not doing like that. No. Mu sincere heavy man, sabudin sincere. I have learned. Today I am sincere, not tomorrow I will not sincere. No. Once you are sincere, every day you are sincere.
Again, sir.
More or less. Kimball is one of the psychologists. He said, learning is more or less permanent change in human behavior. And how does that change come? That change comes through interaction, through experience. What is experience? This is my understanding. What is experience? Being with the situation. Being with the situation. Situation. Preeti, are you married or unmarried?
No, sir, I'm unmarried.
Unmarried. You may not know cooking. After marriage, you have to cook. प्रथम रोषे कला को हाथ फुटका हे होची पानी आइ हो तरकारी हळदी हे होची ओ कहूची तापरे 10 15 20 दिन कला परे ना there is a lot of change. So now you are cooking very perfectly. So that is learning. You are asking somebody how to cook best, how to cook better, something like that. So therefore learning influences your ability, your perception, your motivation. What is perception?
पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू माने निजर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू की गोटे सिचुएशन को नै कि निजर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ता कोन रहउची
निजर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू हेई पारे बा सोसाइटी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू हेई पारे अच्छा ठीक अछि परसेप्शन फॉर एग्जांपल यू डेवलप योर परसेप्शन थ्रू लर्निंग फॉर एग्जांपल दिस इज स्मार्टफोन फॉर एग्जांपल दिस इज स्मार्टफोन फॉर ए स्मॉल चाइल्ड जो मां माने कि बापा माने ता पिला को दोची से खाली कोन देखु चित्र देखुची गीत सुनची अपन जेतो से बड़ो हेई जीवो अरे स्मार्टफोन लो मु कोन करबी नेट लो मु मोर पीएचडी सब रिव्यू ऑफ लिटरेचर काढी परिबी मु न्यू नॉलेज काढी परिबी मु एटा काढी ज्ञान आर दैट मींस स्मार्टफोन इज द सोर्स ऑफ एक्विजिशन ऑफ नॉलेज Smartphone is not only the source of entertainment. आमे कोन गीत नाच गप छोट पिला किंतु आमने पई कोन खाली नाच गीत नो एंटरटेनमेंट नो एतो ज्ञान आहार करा होची एतो पाठ जणा पडुची. So like that. Anyhow, in the content, now you can ask me, sir, what is the necessity of learning in the context of organizational behavior? In the context of organizational behavior, people are working. In the organization, a group of people are working. They must learn how to behave, how to talk, how to work, how to lead, how to interact. So that is that you must know. तमे जन शिक्षक मु जन शिक्षक. You are a worker, I am a worker. तमे गरीब होई पारे मु धनी होई पारे मु तमे धनी होई पारे मु गरीब होई पारे किंतु हमको हमरो रिलेशनशिप को मेंटेन करिया पड़ो. So you must learn how to change. If you are not doing, you must do it. There are different theory. For example, classical condition theory of organization, it says a pleasant work environment will have positive impact on performance. Definitely. If the headmaster is as you sow, so shall you reap. गाँ परिमल धोबा तो ठुरु लोकटे गाँ रो लोकटे जाउ स्कूल को पसी नाही किंतु बाहर देखु भारी ब्यूटिफिकेशन हेची भलो सफा सुतरा अछि सेठ से कहि दउ इंप्रेशन कोन एटा भलो स्कूल माने टीचर भलो हेतिबे भलो पढाता उची भलो हम काई जा लागि ना बाहर एनवायरनमेंट. So that is more important. So that pleasant work environment will have positive impact on. This is my feeling. If the school environment is like that, the student who do not want to come, they will come. Na mama muro bapa ma ko din an tu jana da tiki to joro अछि na na pa mujibi काई कि ना if I do not go, that teacher will teach nicely, I will be missing. से शिक्षक शिक्षयित्री पढे देबो बहुत पढुछन भलो भलो नुवा कथा कहउछन मु जिबि अति सीरियस न आसी पारे देखर किंतु स्लाइड दे दियो काई कि ना बड़े बड़े देखो तो पिला वाला सर we are missing you, we are missing you, we are missing you. माने कोन पिला माने तुम को टीचर हिसाब तुम इम्पैक्ट छाड़ी छ. So like that. Another is operant conditioning. Skinner talks about. So it depends upon the law of effect. जो काम परिणाम भलो that you will continue. The law of effect explains how people learn to repeat behavior that receive environment, that receive reinforcement. Sorry. That means if you are doing something and you are given some kind of reinforcement, means some kind of prize. For example, you are doing very good work, Rashtrapati Puraskar, Rajyapal Puraskar, something like that. If you are doing very sincerely, your headmaster can, in the annual function, he can give you a certificate, a token of certificate, sincere teacher, like that. So that will energize you to do better. So therefore, incentive is more important. Reinforcement is reinforcement is not a question of only money, monetary or non-monetary.
Sir, reinforcement भी can be माने monetary both monetary भी परिबो non monetary भी परिबो. गोटे हम पिल्ला को गोटे praise भी करि परिबा किछि गोटे भलो reward देई परिबा. कि गोटे cooking खाऊ कि किछि 5 star खाऊ हमें देखि ता द्वारा पिल्ला को मोटिवेट करि परिबा. धरिन्य तमे जो कथा कहला जो प्लेट उत्तर देला सेटा ठीक अछि ता पिठी थापड़े देबो बढ़िया तुम घर को तो बापा ना भाई जो प्लेट उत्तर न देला ता केमिति रिइनफोर्स करिवो अरे आपा तुम जानि त कहू न पार्टिकुलर करिवो ना दैट विल गिव कॉन्फिडेंस. आज कहूनी काली कहूनी मासे दिवस परे कोइना हम सब दिन साथ दीदी पचतन मुठी पढि जिबी कोन करी ता गुडी न करि पारे किता भितर गुडी आसीबो इंस्पिरेशन आसीबो. हां मु कहि विलपावरटा को हमको से पिल्ला भीतर ही आनिवार अछि रेनफोर्समेंट द्वारा. हां
नले कोन हबो जे पिला को मत सार के पता न दे मोर चुप बसी नाही ताको हम चुप बसी हम कहू ना लर्निंग शुड पार्टिसिपेटरी एंजॉय जॉयफुल तन से पिला को मु जानि छे पिला उत्तर देबोनी आमे कोन कोन शिक्षक हिसाब रे जो पिलाटी उत्तर देबो ताको बेसी पचारछु नाही ताको पछु पचरिया आगे जो पिलाटी मु जानि छी एई पिलाटी उत्तर देई पारि मु ताको पचारछु से फील करू जे ना मते भी सार मु उत्तर न दे कोन मते सार पचारछु तापर हम कोन जाननु जो पिला भलो पिला बापा कहलु कोन उत्तर हां सुनलु कोन उत्तर like that. So learning should be participatory. Another is a constructivism and all. So knowledge is constructed, knowledge is not transmitted. So the students have their own way of constructing, but we give scope. Let me give an example. Most of the teachers, we as teachers, we understand. The teacher is very intelligent, students are not. No, it is not always. One, the teacher was teaching, giving example, showing a piece of pencil. Said, what is this? The student said, this is a piece of pencil. Now putting the pencil on the table, then the teacher said, where is the pencil? Now the pencil is on the table. The student said. Now, then again the teacher asked, where is the table? Now the table is in the floor. So this is a pencil, the pencil is on the table is on the floor. So therefore the teacher said, the pencil is on the floor. A is equal to B, B is equal to C, so A is equal to C. A is equal to B, B is equal to C, so A is equal to C. This is fallacy, but proved. Giving this example, the teacher has inquired, is there any intelligent student who can give the similar example? One of the students was very intelligent. He was sitting at last. He was a last bencher. He was raising the hands and making the hand fall down. Now the teacher could see it. Then the teacher said, is it that you know the answer half? You know the example half? Half of the example? The student said, no. Who said? I know the full example. Now, then if you know the full example, why are you making the hand raise and make it fall down? Now, sir, I am raising my hand, means I know the example. And I am making the hand raise the hand fall down. I am feeling, if I say the example, my teacher will punish me. Therefore, I am making it down. Then the teacher said, you tell me, if you know the example, tell me. Na sir, मुझे जो उदाहरणटा देबी आपण मते पनिशमेंट देबे गाल देबे बाडेबे ना मु किछ करिबो ना पिला कहले नाही सर आपण शिक्षक को मोर विश्वास नहीं ना कोन कहले विश्वास हबो ना आपण सत्य कोन त्रिबार सत्य स्वेर कोन I will not punish you, I will not punish you, I will not punish you. The moment this teacher has said like this, then the student said the example. This is the example. What is the example? Sir, I love you. I love you. You love your daughter, so I love your daughter. Just see, what an intelligent student. So you cannot just neglect such type of students. Maybe the number may be few, because they can construct. There are very creative, intelligent students. So let them have interpretation. For example, when as a teacher, is it audible?
Yes, sir.
For example, you are a teacher teaching English. You have told the students who can make a sentence by using have. H-A-V, have. Now, we say, I have a pen, I have a hand, I have gone to market, like that. But a student said like this, I have many mothers. I have many mothers. What does it mean? Does it mean that that boy had many mothers? His father has married many women? No. What is the interpretation? This is the construction. What is the interpretation? Many mothers means our earth, पृथ्वी होची माँ, गाय होची माँ, जो स्त्री लोक में जन्मदा से माँ, गच्छ को माँ. In Hindu culture, we say all these mothers. So I have many mothers. मोर बापा कर बहुत स्त्री थ्री जे मत ता नो. This is how the students has constructed knowledge. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, in the organization, maybe in bank, maybe in industry, you as the manager, as the head, in the industry, there are many managers: human resource management, financial manager, say operation manager. So there must be well coordination. Now the managers, those who are working under them, they must be given freedom to do construct anything good which will make your industry very profitable. से काम कौन करे हेडमास्टर कहबो मोर शिक्षक शिक्षक सब सुविधा दउची सब फ्रीडम दउची भलो काम करंतु हम किंतु भलो स्कूल ना हबो पिलान भलो रिजल्ट करे पिलान भलो मनुष्य हेबे बड़ मनुष्य ना कि भलो मनुष्य हेबे. So now the teacher has given. तमे साइंस टीचर तमे साइंस एजुकेशन करो, तमे अमुके टीचर तमे मैथमेटिक्स ओलंपियाड करो, खाली पाठ पढे कोर्स आरनी ए काम करो मध्य. तमे इंग्लिश टीचर तमे डिबेट कंपटीशन ऑर्गेनाइज करो, the drama English drama karo annual function like that. This is constructivism. So to construct something new, humanistic approach. There are many humans in the organization. You must behave as a human being, not as a dog, not as a cat. बेले बेले देखियो हेडमास्टर माने हे रे रा बे बा से पिला हो कि टीचर हो से मत मनीष हो. I must understand that I am talking to a human being, not an animal. So again आपण कोन कर दो अरे बापा कोन हला like the human thought. Humanity is more important. Now next come to 1.6 organizational behavior in education institution. So in our educational institution, school, college, like that, here that behavior is more important. The attitude of teachers is more important. Attitude and behavior of the headmaster is more important. Attitude of students is also more important. So that we can cooperative work together. So that is given understanding organized events, influence of organized events, predicting what will happen in future, that you can make prediction. So therefore all that. Now you can go to the 1.8 goals of organizational behavior. So what are the goals of organizational behavior? That means why do you organize your behavior? What is the necessity of behavior in the context of organization? One is controlling, another describing, another understanding, another predicting. So therefore, sometimes, for example, sometimes you are the head of the school. If you feel that a particular student is creating problem every time, every teacher complain. Now, first you make him understand, convince him, try to persuade him. If in spite of that, if he doesn't work, then you can invite his parents, you can appraise the situation. In spite of that, if it is not happening, then you can say no, you are not तुम बहुत बुझेलेनी तुम ये कलेन तुमने बहुत कंप्लेन आम स्कूल खराब हो जाउची देन तुम जाओ वर्ष आउ थरे सेमते बिहेवियर करिवो तुम स्कूल काट दो टीसी दे दो like that controlling. So you are then description, you should describe the situation, what is happening. So therefore when you understand the situation, you can describe this is happening. Then third is your understanding, then prediction. On the basis of your situation, you can predict. For example, you could find that all the teachers are sincerely teaching, the students are participating, the learning is joyful. Now you can predict my school will be a good school. My students will be good students. My school will have good understanding. My school have good interaction with the parents, something like that. So that kind of futuristic outlook, prediction, what will be happening in future. So therefore you can say organizational behavior is a human tool for human benefit. You are the human, you are doing for yourself. Teacher is a human being, student is a human being, teacher is helping himself to help the students. Help us to help you. Help us to help you. So you help yourself so that we can help you. Like that. Then come to human resource management, 1.9 page 14. Human resource management. This is one of the primary resources, human. There are many resources, man, material, machine, but human is the best resource. Because all the rest of the resources are managed by human. Machine is managed by human, material is managed by human. For example, rooms are there, equipments are there. If they are not used, then nothing will happen. Output will not be there. So therefore, of all the primary resources of the organization, valuable man is valuable. So therefore, human should be appreciated. If the human being is doing well in the as a worker, he should be reinforced, something like that. Human resource reflects an inherent dynamism and development potential. That means you must be changeable, you must be active, you must be energetic, and you must have potential which must develop gradually by interacting with people or by going through training. Earlier, the organization was giving emphasis on product. Both product bahar, both jins bahar. This is a steel plant. Amar steel kimti adhika baharibo. Bhala labha hobo kimti. But nowadays we are giving more on process, not product, not task oriented. but process oriented. जो माने काम करूछन मनीष ताकर मध्य भल मन देखिबा ताकर सुविधा देबा अम्यूनिटी देबा दैट हैज बीन केमती क्वार्टर दिया जिवो ताको केमती इंक्रीमेंट दिया जिवो ताकर सैलरी केमती ठीक बारे मिलिबो ता प्रति प्रमोशन दिया 5-10 वर्ष दिया जिवो so that the people will motivated and human will work properly. Next 1.10 characteristics of organizational behavior. The multidisciplinary factor, the scientific method, the contingency, the multiple levels of analysis, and last is open system. So first one is the multiple disciplinary, means organizational behavior should be many traditional as well as emerging fields of study, like psychology, anthropology, science, history, all these disciplines are very much essential knowledge, so that you can do it. It is given there, psychology, sociology, anthropology, political science, economics, like that. Second is the scientific method, systematic way, proceeding by step by step. Organizational behavior is studied in page 16, 1.10.2. Organizational behavior is studied by scientific method. The scientific method is not a single procedure to follow. It is a set of principles and procedures that help researcher to systematically understand. So that means when you are using scientific method begins with felt need. Then you have to generate data. For the data generation, you have to collect information by using a variety of sources, primary sources, secondary sources. Then you can analyze. Then you can get the solution. Then contingency factor. The factor states that a particular action may have different consequences in different situations. No single solution is the best in all. That means you cannot say, oh, last time that problem was like this. This was solved by this way. And this will be helping this. No. For example, tribal dropout, general dropout is not same. For the tribal people, you can give money because they are poor students. Those who are non-tribal, they have money. Maybe economic is not a problem. Economic crisis is not there. So therefore, the way tribal student dropouts are treated, the problem are treated, it is not like that. So you must see the situation, the contingency factor. Then multiple level analysis. Maybe individual behavior, personal behavior, group behavior, organized issues, environment issues, you can understand. So therefore, when you are analyzing, you must analyze who? The head of the organization, maybe headmaster, maybe in the back, manager. At the individual behavior, individually or interpersonal, either any problem between two persons, why not you talk with him? Why not he talk interpersonal? Also in a group situation or any organized issues, for example, promotion is an organized issue or something like that, or there is sometimes the salary is not drawn in time, like that. Environmental issues, either any influence, political influence, or either any influence from the locality, like that. Then open system, as organizations are open system. Open means it consists of interdependent parts that work together. So there are different parts. These parts are related, but it is open. You cannot make the fix. Sometimes this part may be used this way. Next time it may not be used in that way. It may be used in other way. For example, sometimes in a school, for example, there are 5 teachers. 2 are arts, 3 are science background, having science background. For example, almost all the 2 art students, they are transport. There is no art teacher. Now, you can, at the head, you can request the science, madam, sir, the art teacher nahanti, you can manage. Because our student will suffer. So let the art teacher come, you can manage. So like you are making alternative arrangement so that the things will not be affected. So this is all about your first unit. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then let us come to that is background of organizational behavior, meaning, concept, background, history, something like that. Then unit 2, group dynamics and team building. Time and again, here and there, So far as organizational behavior is concerned, definitely there is group. Group means a group of people. Group means you are not working individually. You are working for the common cause. Therefore, you are cooperating. So therefore, formation of group is essential. Now, before talking about group dynamics, because group and dynamics change. Let us understand, group dynamics is the study of forces operating within the group. That means there are many forces. When you are working in the organization, the group of people, for example, you are a member, I am a member, she is a member, he is a member. You are lazy, I am very sincere, he is very honest, he is very intelligent. How very? You are intelligent. You cannot say, oh, he is not intelligent, we will not consider. No. Oh, he is lazy, we will forget. No. So we will work together. This is a teamwork. The word dynamics comes from Greek meaning force, working force. So therefore, group dynamics refers to the study of forces operating within a group in a social situation. For example, industry is working in a social situation. For example, steel plant in Raurkela, this is a social situation. Similarly, school or Rebenta University is an organization, or any high school or any primary school organization. Therefore, the people who are working, the teachers are working with what force, with what commitment, with what devotion, with what working ethics, with what professionalism. ଶିକ୍ଷକ ଅଛନ୍ତି, ହଁ କୋର୍ସ ସାରିଦେଲେ ଗଲା, ମୋର କଣ ଅଛି, ପିଲା କଥା ମ୍ୟାଡାମ ବୁଝିପାରିଲେନି, ହଁ ନା ବୁଝ ମୋ କୋର୍ସ ସାରି ଦେଇଛି। No, you must complete the course, that is no problem, but let the course get completed with proper understand. Let the student understand. ଯଦି କିଏ କହୁଛି ହଁ ଠିକ ଅଛି, ତମେ କହିବ ଠିକ ଅଛି ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଜେନେରାଲ କ୍ଲାସ ମତେ କୋର୍ସ ସରିବ ସମୟ ଲାଗିବ, ତମେ ଇଣ୍ଡିଭିଜୁଆଲ ଯଦି ଏଟା ବ୍ୟକ୍ତିଗତ କଥା ଆମେ ପଛରେ ତମକୁ ଧୀରେ ବୁଝେଇଦେବି, ଆଉ ଏତେ ସମୟ ନଷ୍ଟ ହେଇଯିବ, କହିବ ଠିକ ଅଛି। Therefore, group dynamics refer to changes which take place within the group and concerned with the interaction and interrelationship. So we must interact. बेले कौन करिया धरि आमे we are interacting, आमे मिसी काम करछथि, कि मिसी काम पळे काम कला सत्व भी हमर जो अचीवमेंट हेई परनी, तबे हम कोन ना हम चेंज कर जा, हमर स्ट्रेटजी चेंज करबा, काहे ना हमर कॉमन गोल इज नॉट अचीवेबल, so we have to change ourselves. Our target is how to achieve the goal, like that. So therefore, let us better understand what is the group. Now 2.3.1 concept of group. A group refers to the association of two or more persons interacting among themselves for the achievement of common. Definitely, group means more than two people. If there is one, it is not a group. So more than two people. Why do you require two people? They will work so that the goal of the organization will be achieved. A group may be defined as a social phenomenon. Why it is social phenomenon? Why it is social entity? You are working together for the betterment of the society. तमे कली करिवोनी, तमे पांच जन तू टीचर अछ पार्टीमेंट करिवोनी, तमे कोन करियो ना मिसी काम करिवो, जा फळे भलो पिला सृष्टि हेबे, भलो पिला सृष्टि हे समाज देखिबे। सोशल फेनोमेना, दे विल टेक केयर ऑफ सोसाइटी। आ तमे कली को जगह मारपीट हो डिवाइड हे जिवो, पिला कोन सिखबे। So now the student will have very indifferent attitude to it. Hey, शिक्षक खाली ए सार में खाली पार्टीमेंट आ स्कूल जीविनी, this is anti-social, like that. Therefore, Smith defined a group is the largest set of two or more individuals who are joined together. This is something. Therefore, what is group? A collection of individuals is a group. खाली लोक मिसिगल ग्रुप ना देइछ कोन ना, they have a common goal. तमर व्यक्तिगत भाव में गोल अछि, मोर व्यक्तिगत गोल अछि, आमे पांच जन शिक्षक पांचटा गोल, किंतु when you are working in the school, धर you are a teacher, मो पुओ किन भलो इंजीनियर हबो, तमे आउ जन टीचर मोर झियो बाहाटा किन भलो धूमधाम करबी, तमे थर्ड तम गोल कोन छी ना भरो बिल्डिंग करबी, एरा सब पर्सनल गोल. But when you are in the organization, in the school, for example, you must think about how to make your school a big, great school, good school. The students will do better, the students participate in different activities, like that. The members of the group constantly interact. So therefore, because your common goal is to make your school ideal school, therefore you are sir तुम 5 जन शिक्षक किमती कले कोन करिया हम पेरेंट्स को जिबा कि हम एनुअल फंक्शन करिबा कि हम एग्जीबिशन करिबा कोन करिबा 5 जन आलोचना करछन. The third is the action of one person affects another person and vice versa, opposite. The action of मु एमिति करबी व्यवहार करबी अन्य अफेक्ट करिवो. यदि मु भलो व्यवहार करी त भलो लागिवो, मुझे खराब लागिवो, त हम सब भलो कोऑपरेशन चलिबा. Each member of the group identifies with other members. Now, when we are in the group, our individual identity is lost. कौन मो धरन मैडम जने मो स्वामी जने बैंक ऑफिसर, ये स्वामी को ये मैडम स्वामी जने आईएएस ऑफिसर, ये सार को स्त्री जने कलेक्टर, ये सार को स्त्री जने सरपंच नाही सेटा तुम घर कथा. You forget about that. When you are in the organization, you will be the member. You are a member, I am a member. You forget about your own family. Behavior of members of a group is interdependent of each other. Yes. बेले देखिबनी जदि हम समझे काम करूछंती जदि जने भूल कला सेठी सब कहि कोन ए स्कूलटा खराब तेनो हम समझे भलो काम करबा. So that if you do bad, the rest of the teachers are termed as bad. Whole school is bad. Therefore, the behavior of each member will be satisfactory, like that. Then when you are forming so group formation is essential. Unless more than 2 people are there, then there will be no organization. So therefore, what are the factors which are considered in the formation of group? Psychological factor, social factor, security factor, economic factor, cultural factors, power factor, status and recognition. For example, psychological factor. I will not go detail. You can understand. For example, a man is a social human being. Everybody wants. As a member, I have contributed a lot, but my headmaster did not appreciate. So you must, if you are appreciated, you will feel psychologically very happy. So belongingness. So therefore, belongingness, affiliation, recognition, like that. Similar social factor. For example, individuals make groups on the basis of social class. I mean, class 1, a class 2, a class 3, caste, Hindu, non-Hindu, religion, like that. Security factors, economic factor. For example, security factors. आमे दोबान सब बुढ़ा लोग आमे ग्रुप करछथि काहे कि आमु त के पचारि आमे समय अछि काम नाम किछ नै आमे खुश रहइबा तने आमु ओल्ड एज ग्रुप करी कि एबता कोजु कोन ना कि क्लब को लाफिंग क्लब हस खुशी करी समय काटिबा जे जा प्रॉब्लम नै कि जा ग्रुप करछथि सिक्युरिटी पई द सिक्युरिटी गिव स्ट्रेंथ देन इकोनॉमिक फैक्टर्स an individual work in an organization gets paid. You are working in the school, you are getting salary. If the salary is not given, why should you come to school? So therefore, money is also important. Cultural factors, we have our own culture, Hindu culture, or Indian culture. For example, we feel that we are all Indians. Being an Indian, I feel I am proud of being an Indian. My culture, Indian culture is very, very rich. It's not it. If I ask you, Soumya or any Deepasika, do you feel that you are an Indian and you are proud of being an Indian? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Soumya, only one. All right, I will ask you. You are an Indian. You feel proud of being, you feel proud of being an Indian. Can you tell me we have Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, where there is a dialogue between Lord Sri Krishna and Arjuna? How many shlokas are there in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita? Anyone?
700, sir.
700. Very good. I am proud of you. 700, 700, exactly 700. The moment you complete the Ashtadosh Adhyaya Charidava, तापर आगुट अछि कोन दुर्गा सप्तपदी आ 17 श्लोक किन एक्चुअली 700 ये 700 नाउ यू कैन यस सो व्हाट इज अबाउट खाली गोटे वर्ड कहि परिबो गीतार मर्म कोन गोटे वर्ड रे ताको उल्टा
गीता
त्याग सैक्रिफाइस If you want to get satisfaction, sacrifice. माँ टे खाऊ नहीं पिला को दे होच धनी लोक टे खाऊ नहीं गरीब लोक टे खाया दे होच तमरो अधिक अछि काकू दियस sacrifice sacrifice sacrifice. That has been well told by one of the monks, Swami Shivananda. Swami Shivananda says there are different layers of happiness. I'm going to God, the ultimate goal of life is God realization. Bhagwan Bhagavad Prapti. Sachidanand, Sat Chit Anand, Sachidanand. Se kale kimiti paiba? Swami khali କହିଲେ କଣ ବହି ପଢିଦେଲେ ହବ ରାମାୟଣ ପଢିଦେଲେ ହବ ନା ହରିବଂଶ ପଢିଦେଲେ ହବ ନା ଗୀତା ପଢିଦେଲେ ହବ ନା କର୍ମ କରିବା ପଡିବ। ସେ କହିଲେ କଣ ନା ଏଇ ଷ୍ଟେପ ଦେଇକି ଯିବାକୁ ପଡିବ। Serve, love, give, purify, meditate, then you can realize God. First serve, गरीब लोगों को दरकार ताको साहाଯ୍य कर। serve, service to mankind,
Service to God.
serve, service देला पर कौन बो love माने भलो पाए आसीबो। serve, love, then give, तापर मन आसीबो मु दान करबी। जो दिन सोमवार की मंदिर जाउछो गरीब लोक बस्ती कुष्ठ रोगी बस्ती मंदिर पाखरी माँ मते कौन दियो मुठे चाउल कि तो टंकाटे कि दिटा देले आमा तम पुर मंगल हो तम झियर मंगल हो। that gives a sense किछि ने 5 टका 4 टका खर्च कलो किंतु you get a sense of satisfaction. Serve, love, give. When you are giving, then that will purify your heart, and when your heart is purified, then you can concentrate, you can meditate God. When you meditate God, you can realize God. God realization is a practical situation of life. तुम जानी तो that is your समाधि last तुरिया के काम को तुरिया के को समाधि अति अरविंद कहले अति मानस. That means you are no more a human being, you are mixed with God, that you are united. जेमिति जेमिति नदी समुद्र मिशि जाए नदी तार अस्तित्व हरे दिए जते बळे व्यक्ति मनीष सेही सर्व लव गिव प्यूरिफाई मेडिटेट करी भगवान पर पहुंचल ना. now you are no more a human being, you are a part of God, you are God like man, so therefore it is God like. Anyhow, so their power factor, everybody wants to have power. तेणु सब एनजीओ कोटी हम ग्रुप करछुंती विभिन्न ग्रुप करछुंती क्षमता पई हम क्षमता हला. then status second, oh I am a member of Rotary Club. Status, I am a member of this recreational club. Status, army people को अच्छी. Similarly हम टीचर माने कर अच्छी ग्रुप अच्छी जानते नहीं कौन ओस्ता
आज्ञा सर जानी आज्ञा सर
ओडिशा सेकेंडरी स्कूल टीचर्स एसोसिएशन, डूटा दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी टीचर्स एसोसिएशन, सुट्टा संबलपुर यूनिवर्सिटी एसोसिएशन, like that. So as a teacher, similarly all India workers federation सब अच्छी समझते को organize काहे की ना to give, to protect yourself, to give your prestige, to give it gives your status, like that. So group, then with this background, that is come to war group. So when you are a group, that group is to work, not to only prestige. So therefore group is formed to make your work simplified, very effective. It has been well told, point 2.5, 24 page. A work group can be described as collection of individuals working towards a common goal and who are independent to significant degree as they relate and interact with each other while perfect. That means work group simply, your understanding, you are 5 or 10 in constitute a group to perform something, to do something. When, how can you do? When you are coordinated, when you understand each other, when you put your hands together, join your hands. Sometimes we say there is a proverb: united you stand, united we stand, divided we fall. So when you put we are 5 members, when you join our 10 hands each other, you become one. No, not 5. We are one, means one tone, one ethos, one something like that, oneness, one togetherness. Therefore, have you any idea for Delors report, International Education Commission, Delors report? It says there are 4 pillars of learning. 4 pillars of learning. Why do we learn? Learning to know, learning to do, learning to be, learning to live together. So through learning, that you must learn how to live together. Now we are talking about cosmopolitan village, global village. We are in an age of globalization. India, you are not Indian. I am not Pakistani. You are not European. You are not Asian. We are all the members of the whole globe. Whole globe is a village. So therefore, we must work for that. So there is a quotation according to Cashback and Smith. Team is a small, because group means team. Team is a small number of people with complementary skills who are committed to a common purpose. So you must be committed. Then there are different types of work groups, like formal, informal, small, large group, primary and secondary groups. So you can understand, for example, formal, that means there are certain rules, regulations, formalities maintained. When you are forming group, you must maintain those group, those formalities, you must obey those group. But in informal, there is no, you may come, you may not, there are no hard and fast rules.
Regulations. Informal रे किसी rules और regulations not था.
Right. Then another is a small, large group, small number, large number. There are primary, secondary. So you can understand all. For example, there are different type formal group. There are command group, commit group, team group. That you can read and understand. There is no need of discussing small groups, large groups. Primary. Then let me look. A primary group is defined as an entity in which, page number 27. A primary group is defined as an entity in which members have intimate face-to-face interaction, interdependence, and a sense of identification with entity. A primary group is generally small in size. That means everybody is responsible. It has been given example. Family is the best example of primary group. Small members, everybody has the responsibility. Then secondary. A secondary group is a large entity and is made of several related primary groups. When different primary groups are combined together, it becomes secondary. For example, group of teachers, librarians, staff. For example, in a school, some science group, science teachers, they are making group, art teacher making group, librarian making group. Small, whole school is combined with a small primary groups. So that is your secondary groups. But there is common purpose. Now there are different theories of group formation. Theories of group formation. That means when you are going to form a group, what is the basis of forming group? The different authors talk about how to form a group. For example, Homan's theory. He explained the basis of group formation is in terms of activities, interaction, sentiments of people. So these are the three important elements. For example, activities. Not that you have formed a group, then nobody is working. What for? For example, I do not know. In some of the high schools, there is eco club, but actually in name is there once in a year or something like it is working. No, it should be all the members should be engaged in activity. Similarly, there is literary club. If there is literary club, once in a week or once in a month, as per your convenience, you can organize debate competition, essay competition, or going outreach program, for example, like that. So activities, interaction, you must interact with each other, how to do best, because this is the group work. Then sentiments, how to behave, what should be your temperament, what kind of attitude you should have. Therefore, emotional attachment, interaction, all these are necessary. On this basis, you can have your group. For example, the senior citizens, the people whose age is more than 60, they can form group. Those people who have more than whose age is more than 60, not that the 25, 70, 65, 45 like that. No, because they have their own problem, they can discuss there. Another theory is theory of balance. This has been popularized by Newcomb. This theory explains group formation on the basis of attraction of people towards each other as they have similar attitude and value towards common object. As I was telling you, when you are forming a group, so senior citizens, people whose age is more than 60, they have common. I do not know, but I am guessing. Might be their children, sons, daughter-in-laws, पुओ बहु पचार नाती समय बहुत अच्छी तेणु तू तो मुतुरी मु तो मुतुरी तो तमे old man, I am old man, nobody is asking you. Then when you are unwanted, we are forming a group because your problem, my problem, almost all the same. आसिक आम दुख सुख हाँ भाई मत बहु पचार चा कप दौर मत मो बहु दौनी. Now you are exchanging your ideas, so therefore you are balancing. You are attracted toward the group. Then exchange theory. That means what is the outcome? So it is your Thibault and Kelly. They have propounded the theory of group formation, how stating the outcome of interaction as the basis of group formation. That means, okay, you are going to form a group. What for? What is the result? What is the consequence? What is the outcome? What are the benefits? If you are going, for example, we have formed, we call it teachers. Those who have retired, we have a WhatsApp group, that is Odisha Government College Retired Teachers Association. Odisha Government College Retired Teachers. That means those who are working, those who were working in the government college. Myself, my age is 69. So there are many people who are retired, and we all decide, we have our bylaw. Now we are, our member is more than 500, 600. Now our association, we discuss our problems, we share our sentiments, what to do, go for a picnic, go for this like that, so that we spend the time very effectively. So therefore, we can say, when you are going to form this group, that can be formed on the basis of outcome of interaction. When you are interacting, we are 500. For example, in the group there are 200 people. Now, why should we interact toward? Why these 200 get interacted? What is the benefit? What is the outcome? For example, retired teacher association. What are the retirement benefits? What are the health care? For example, every time we are getting, so these are the water. You take the water like this. You take the rest like this. You should take your health like this. Health checkup is done by freely by this. So what are the benefits? How can you take care of yourself? How can you become, you are a senior citizen. How can you become independent? When people around you do not ask you, you ask yourself. तम पाखे तो किसी क्षमता ना किसी ना ना तेणु लोक पचारे से निजर हूँ कि पर हूँ तेणु तुम समवयस्क लोक बसले दुख सुख हवा गपसप हवा जदि बस फोन कथबार्ता हो पार जाई पार भल चली पार if you are if the mobility permits you can go and talk. So like that cohesive, we call this cohesive group. Therefore more attraction, more effective, I can say, the more effective way of spending your time. बेले कौन हुए एबे तमने यंग हो आम कथा बस हो गलानी क्षमता नहीं के पचारि नहीं किंतु आमे निजु पचारा के तो पचारा तू मु निजु पचारि let me love myself, let me appreciate myself, I am sufficient enough. So therefore you must appreciate, you must enjoy yourself. So there is a proverb, let every day go without any waste. Let nobody ask you, but ask yourself every day what you are doing. के मत न पचरांतु मु निजु पचारि मु कोन करछि सकाल ठीक से उठिबी टिके मॉर्निंग वॉक कर देबी टिके व्यायाम एक्सरसाइज कर देबी टिके ठाकुर पूजा कर देबी दाटी खाइबी भल टिके गुरुबा खाद्य खाइ like that. I must we do not know how long we can live. We do not, आमे जानि ना हो के दिन बंचवा कि जेति आमे जानि तो देति को जेति कि दिन बंचवा भलो भारे बंचवा स्वास्थ्य रहित नो स्वास्थ्य सहित स्वास्थ्य रहित स्वास्थ्य सहित आमर बर्तन हो स्वास्थ्य सहित. So like that, because you will take your care. Anyhow, the cohesiveness of a group affects its performance. आमे जेते bonding रहिबा सेते हमर benefit हबो सेते आमे मजबूत हबा सेते आमे we can discuss effectively. आमे भीतर जब भाग भाग हेइजबा से कहे से जाको चुको जाको नहीं like that. So therefore you can say there are a large number of factors which influence the level of cohesiveness. Of cohesiveness means how can we remain together. So these are the factors. Size of the group बेसी लोक ने असुविधा हेइजो मन मानंतर हबो बहुत मन हेइजो तेन कम साइज ले भलो. होमोजेनियस कैरेक्टर समान कैरेक्टर हेइबा उचित के को तो आम माने कोन आमे those who are senior citizen आमर attitude होबा कथा कोन spirituality. We must understand मु भी कहू सकता spirituality is the essence of life for us we people. आम पय आ किछि नो केवल spiritually does not mean to only खाली भजन कीर्तन गरीब को सहायता करबा जदि ताली करचंती जदि किछ पैसा होउची गरीब को प्लेट पढै पाइ like that. You can think of success of the group. If you have formed a group but the group is not working, the group performance is very poor, then what is the meaning of forming group? Then competition with the groups with other groups. आमे ओल्ड एसोसिएशन ताकर एसोसिएशन आमे ताकर सार भलो कर से माने कोन कले आमे आउट को दे कोन करबा like that. Then exclusiveness of the group, that means it is that our group has done not other groups. आमे ए वर्ष for example in my time I have said BR college the principal हमको ना सब ने prayer हबो फिर मो पिला ने सारे अन्य कॉलेज होने मुना ना we are not that college, we are our college. We have our own identity. आमे कथा कथा करबा हमर यूनिफॉर्म करबा बैग टे करबा कॉलेज ना लेखा जीवो प्रार्थना करा जीवो thought of the day आलोचना करा जीवो. that gives a sense of सर कोन आमे रेडर आमे एमएससी पढछु एमए पढछु पीजी करछु आमे का मु कहली भगवान केते पाठ पढले भी आमे भगवान भूली पारे नै. You tell me what type what education qualification is required to forget the God. एवं जो काम ईश्वर को ना नहीं कले सब करछोती that gives a sense of satisfaction. आम अंतरात्मा को आम भीतर को गोटे strength लगा. It gives a strength. Yes. So therefore let us pray God, then we can start work. It's like that. Though all these are there. Then another is your characteristics of a cohesive group. Number 1, page 29. Its members should be active participant. Yes, active participant in the group activity. For example, you are conducting a group activity. For example, say field trip or picnic. Now I cannot do any physical work, but financially I am sound. If the contribution is 1,000, I can say no, I can give 5,000. For example, my financial, but our age is more than 60. Your pension is better than my pension. When I am not getting, when I am getting as much of pension as you, I can say all right, I can do physical work more. I can give 1,000 something like that, but I cannot give more than that. So I can give more effort to physical work. Okay, so you are participating. Another man can say no, I have no money. I can give little bit amount of money. I can do that. I can cook. The members of a group share common. So when you are the members in a group, what can you do? When you are doing some activities, you ask, you can make chit chat, you can share your activities of the past days. There is a Odia saying, Smutita kadapi nuhe fingi bara parile fingi se honta nistar. So now, for example, ମୁଁ ଜଣେ ପ୍ରିନ୍ସିପାଲ ଥିଲି, ସେ ଜଣେ ହେଡ୍ କ୍ଲର୍କ ଥିଲା, ସେ ଜଣେ କ୍ଲର୍କ ଥିଲା, ସେ ଜଣେ ପିଅନ ଥିଲେ, ସବୁ ପିଅନ ହିସାବରେ ତମେ ଏକ୍ସପିରିଏନ୍ସ କୁହ, ମୁଁ ମୋର ପ୍ରିନ୍ସିପାଲ ହିସାବରେ କହିବି, ସେ ତା କ୍ଲର୍କ ହିସାବରେ କହିବ, ସେ ଜଣେ ତହସିଲ ହିସାବରେ କହିବି. Now that gives a sense of satisfaction and how best we can spend the time. Another, members have high group loyalty. Yes, you must be loyal. submissive. You should not do any harm to the group. Every group has its own rules, regulations, value system, norms, standards. Don't go beyond. Don't violate. Be loyal. Members get united at the time of threat and crisis. Yes, you are the members. For example, when I was there, I have done one cooperative society. ଯାହାର ପୁଅ ବାହାଘର ହବ ଝିଅ ବାହାଘର ହବ ପିଅନ ହଉ କ୍ଲବକୁ ତାଙ୍କୁ ବେଶୀ ପଇସା ଦିଅ ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତେ ମେମ୍ବର ପଇସା ଦେଇ ଋଣ ନେଇଯିବୁ ତାକୁ ଦେଇଦେବୁ 5 ଲକ୍ଷ 3 ଲକ୍ଷ ଜଣକୁ ତ ଦିଆ ହବନି ମୋର 50,000 ତାର 50,000 ତାର 50,000 ଲୋନ ନିଆହେଲା କୋଅପରେଟିଭରୁ ତାକୁ ଦିଆଗଲା now his work is complete. So therefore at the time of distress, at the time of threat, crisis, ଯଦି କୌଣସି ଲୋକର କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ହଉଛି ଆମେ ଯେହେତୁ ଅଦର ଆମେ ସବୁ ଅଛନ୍ତି ମେମ୍ବର ଅଛନ୍ତି ସେ କାହିଁକି ମେମ୍ବର ହେଇଛି ମୁଁ କାହିଁକି ମେମ୍ବର ହେଇଛି ମୋର ଦରକାର ବେଳେ ତମେ ସାହାଯ୍ୟ କରିବ. So like that. Then communication within the group is very vast. So we must share ourselves. We must use language. We must be sympathetic. We must dialogue among ourselves so that we can know each other. We can become near to each other, and group formation will be effective. So it is only time. So let me close. Let me wind up the session. Tomorrow at this time 5:15 we can discuss. Is it okay?
Again, sir.
Sir, sir, again,
Thank
sir.
you very much.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
All right.